Welcome to 2K TV, Kyle Guy. How are you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
The skyline of Orlando, and is influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Bledsoe.
And right now, he's in one of those grooves where he has a tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 look a lot different than from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Hachimura out there with Tristan Thompson. Then there's Oladipo. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard. And for the Magic, Travis Berton's out there with LeBron James. Then there's Bledsoe. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Hunter in at the 2-guard spot. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel, how much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season, because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
Oladipo, left side. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Now here's James coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
The strength of LeBron is something that is never going to go away, and it will always allow him to finish plays like that.
And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion. We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA, and really Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was at that point the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
And finished off by Westbrook.
The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook. The rim, my goodness, how you feeling?
No good from LeBron. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Now here's James, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. LeBron kicks to Bledsoe. Back to James. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. 7 points for LeBron.
As much as LeBron loves to create, there are times when he simply has to do it himself. Too good to pass up that one.
To the inside, here's Millsap. 1:25 left to play here in the first.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Shoots a fader. Unable to get that one. And the Wizards now going the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I'll tell you, overtime games usually are special, and this one qualified for that. But both teams absolutely gassed at the end.
Here's Hunter after the basket by Washington. Just 5 to shoot. Over Millsap. Again, James missing.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Nice shot by Thompson.
Yeah, there are several ways that Thompson can be a factor on the offensive end, and he is still adding to that arsenal.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. James James outside. Pass to Lopez. Back to James. Shoots from the line, and he gets the jumper to drop. LeBron's got 9 points.
Now this guy can fill it up from anywhere. James is adept at realizing when to take advantage of that mid-range game he possesses.
Outside Westbrook. Sinks the triple. He's got 7.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as...
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Washington out in front, leading by 5. 2K Sports, back in a moment.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I...
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Wizards. We've got Thompson. Victor Oladipo is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Paul Millsap and Hachimura in at the 4-man position. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. And that sends Eric Bledsoe to the free throw line. They get Russell Westbrook. For Orlando, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. From beyond the arc, doesn't go for him. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Stolen by Bledsoe. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. The 3 from Bertans. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They trail by 1. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Here's Hachimura. James covering. Hachimura the pass to Westbrook. And another miss by Washington.
And after nailing a 3-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second. Boy, when you look back on Russell Westbrook's career, the athleticism at the point guard position, borderline absurd. The power, the speed with which he moves on the floor, boy, you just don't see it that consistently.
Passes it to Bertans. Now Hunter. Bertans kicks to James. Pass to Bledsoe. Takes the 3. Rebound, Washington. And with Westbrook and his elite athleticism, Doris, it can be seen in his great statistics.
Well, you don't average 30 points a game in the NBA unless you can absolutely blow past defenders like Russell Westbrook. Gosh, the strength in his legs allows him to fight for rebounds. He is so productive from the point guard position. It's extraordinary.
Back to Bledsoe. From past the arc. Bledsoe with another miss. For Washington, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And there's the pass to Thompson. Shoots a 3. Bertans grabs the board.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
LeBron passes to Lopez. Back to LeBron. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Bertans kicks to Hunter. Here's Bledsoe trying to get open as Lopez. No good from Bledsoe.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect, Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hit over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
It's It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The drive by James, and James throws it down.
The ability to flip the switch, right? LeBron James, he decides it's time for me to score a little bit right now. Let me give my team a little bit of juice.
Westbrook with it. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. From deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high. That about right.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
They've got Bledsoe. Brook Lopez is out there with Davis Bertans. Then there's Hunter. And it's James in at the three. That's who's out there for Orlando. Of course, when you watch the game now, Biggs playing on the perimeter. Who can really defend and hold their own outside the lane we've seen?
Well, you think about a guy at the rim like Clint Capella, who is a great shot-blocking force. But in today's NBA, he's got to be able to guard the pick and roll, make the necessary switch. And because Capella has got great feet, and because he can move laterally so quickly, he might be 6'10", 6'11", but he can get out and switch into pick and roll. It is a thing of beauty to watch. And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Oladipo misses. The Magic trail by 3. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside Westbrook. For the 3. And again, Washington with the triple.
Boy, Westbrook has really improved that perimeter game. He has honed it, and it is sharp.
To the paint. Here's Bertans. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Washington's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Oladipo. Here's Thompson. And they convert at last on attempt number 3. Thompson's got his second basket of the night. Bledsoe against Westbrook. Pass to James. A minute 50 left in the third. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket, shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
Well, a new era begins for the Washington Wizards, right? A change in the front office. The team has tried for years to rebuild in a number of different approaches. Perhaps a fresh outlook for fans under new guidance gives this team new hope.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Orlando. A 2-point game. 1:19 left to play in the third. And he elevates with a slam. Thompson did not like that.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
And for the Wizards and their new front office doors, a tough task ahead of them.
I think so, Kevin, because first and foremost, they need to change the culture of the team, right? Too long, there had been a lack of accountability in D.C., and I think once they address that, the rest of the rebuild could come easier.
Still playing at an MVP level, LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Oladipo outside. Back to Westbrook. Tries a 3. And James pulls it down. James has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Right side, Millsap. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Oladipo outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Oladipo's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Washington has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Taking a look at the Wizards. Oladipo is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then it's Thompson. And it's Hachimura in at the 4 slot.
And not everything fell for them in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Here's LeBron. And the wide-open shot from Bledsoe. Off target from three-point range.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Stolen by Westbrook. A 3-ball. Bertans grabs the board. Bertans got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Hunter. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Oladipo misses.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
To the inside. And LeBron throws it down.
I don't think you can stop LeBron James when he starts off to fly like that. Might as well just start jogging back the other way.
Westbrook dishes to Millsap. Oladipo outside. They get the rebound. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Brook Lopez.
Thompson knows he needs to keep working on that free throw shot. It definitely needs improvement.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Westbrook against Bledsoe. LeBron trying to free himself up. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Eric Bledsoe.
Now, this is a powerful ball handler with exceptional quickness. Bledsoe's becoming elite at taking defenders off the dribble.
Thompson passes to Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. James against Millsap. James kicks to Bertans. From deep. Here's Lopez. Bledsoe outside. Drills the three-pointer. Bledsoe's got 5 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, you're not going to get under the skin of Bledsoe. He thrives in pressure situations.
Down low, Millsap, and the layup is good.
And they count on Millsap to deliver in these big moments, and there he does.
James wide open and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. .102 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Hachimura. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And when Hachimura is looking to score, it sometimes forces the D to get aggressive. Love the energy.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. James looking it over. And the dunk by James.
Man, there's not a person in this building who didn't know the ball was going to LeBron, and still he delivers.
And that's an intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
At his size, LeBron is a handful inside, and sometimes you can't help but foul him to try and prevent that easy bucket.
And both free throws good for James. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth, and now we've got the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Well, how about the guy, undrafted, undersized guard out of Puerto Rico? What a career J.J. Barea has made for himself.
Good! And now they trail by just 4.
And we saw this in the national title game. Hunter embracing the moment and delivering in the clutch.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're in front by 4. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Boy, guys, you're starting to see Victor Oladipo put it all together, aren't you? From role player early on to legit star now. Wow.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
Here's Hunter. No good on the quick 3. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, what you love about Russell Westbrook, yes, he can give you a triple-double every night. But what I love more is the passion and the fact that he gives it to you every single night he plays.
And so it's the Wizards with the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.